How you doing? I'm Patrick Long. I'm here at the Petersen Museum in Los Angeles, California. Behind me, you see the legends of the vault presented by Haggerty and Ruf. Luft Gekocht is a passion project of mine where we tell stories through display of automobiles. Sometimes themed, sometimes not. The idea was to tell a story of Ruf and the iconic hot rod that they build in Bavaria. Pfaffenhausen is a small town. I visited it myself. I've seen what Alois and his father have created in a brand, and somebody who has a global following in tuning and building performance cars. When Michael Bodell and the museum called and asked if we'd like to be curators of this gallery behind me, it was an honor and a challenge to fill this space with some of our favorite cars. One of the ideas behind calling this the Pfaffenhausen Speed Shop is really the explosion of this brand. And as you move through the gallery, I'm not going to give you all the details of each car that is on display, but you'll come to find that there's a storyline and there's an evolution behind this brand that tells its own story through beauty and performance. At Luft Gekocht, we say form follows function, and we want to display cars that not only look the business, but produce real numbers in track, performance, horsepower. The Yellowbird, as you see when you get closer, it has a motorsport-inspired interior, Recaro motorsport seats, but from the outside, the visuals are more or less a 930 turbo rear end, a narrower front end. Ruf has an iconic wheel that you will see kind of living through an evolution of themes in some of these cars. Also the bodywork, the venting, the front valence, but this car is pretty unassuming to a non-Porsche follower, but the icon of the Yellowbird, one of 29 examples. This one is said to be one of the most pure still in existence. We've had this car on display before, and it's a showstopper. It's a type of car when you get it on the stage and you have it in proper lighting, you just never can take in enough of it. It's just a piece of history and art. The lap on the Nürburgring with Stefan Roser. Moving on, as an evolution of a Yellowbird inspired car with even more technology done much later. This is a 2016 creation and the newest example of cars displayed in this gallery. The ultimate was the Geneva car, and a very, very special car that we've yet to feature in any of our shows or content. Definitely the car I'm most excited about. CTR 3 behind me, an incredible example. One of only two manual cars, a one of one color. It's a very kind of satin matte silver, a non-aero car, an amazing ownership history. Definitely the most advanced from basically the front back. It's an all new chassis, huge horsepower, an example that you can see even in size and how it presents itself. It's a car that you just need to walk around and absorb the details on. The powertrain is a 3.8 liter, over 700 horsepower. This car is a total beast. The Turbo R Limited to my right is a one of 7. What strikes me about this Turbo R is the color. It's something about the connection between the black features and this green that pops so hard. It's a 620 horsepower monster, but again, getting back to the creativity, the lines of this car, the stance, the wheels, everything that sits in the fit and finish of this car is another one to just take in, absorb. The sub 4 0 to 60s almost fade into the background, and it really just becomes a visual experience. Yeah, I find myself spending time around these cars and really absorbing little aero modifications to the front end, how the brake calipers sit inside of the wheels, the distances and gaps of fender height, how the offsets of the wheels relate to where the finished product sits inside of the body lines of the fenders and the quarters. Spending time with them in their hometown, sitting down for dinner and listening to the antics that have come and gone through the decades of building these cars is a lot of that story that we want to dive into. We look forward to welcoming them over to this gallery later on this year and continuing to just hear all the tales and all of the tribulations this company's been through. So that's a small taste of some automobiles that we have here. Come check this out for yourself. More information at petersen.org. Look forward to seeing you guys out at a RUF show, but for now, it's an honor to be here in the vault at the Petersen Museum in Los Angeles.
Thank you everybody for watching. Be sure and hit the like button and subscribe.